Live from the SBC Center in San Antonio, it's the deciding game of the NBA Finals between the San Antonio Spurs and the Detroit Pistons. Hi, I'm Marv Alvin, along with the Czar Mike Fratello. Here are the player
for your San Antonio Spurs. Starting at center, Nazim Mohammed. Starting at forward, Bruce Bowen. Starting at guard, Manu Ginobili. Starting at the other guard, Tony Parker. Starting at the other forward, Tim Duncan. The coach, Greg Popovich.
San Antonio gets possession, and they'll look for their first points of this ball game. Duncan setting up down low. It drops.
That was an excellent post-up. They got him the ball in position to score.
Wallace, not a lot of space. Duncan with the solid defensive effort.
He did a very good job of staying with his man and challenging the shot.
Solid defensive play by Wallace. Out of bounds, the loose ball, last touch by the Pistons. Phillips stays on his feet. Parker pulls up
to number 1. Chauncey
the defensive foul committed by Phillips. Personal foul number 1. Parker hits his first. He hits both. The Pistons are lucky that pass did not get picked off.
They've thrown a number of careless passes, Marv.
Can't hit for 2. He brings it down. It's denied. Wallace with quite a play.
He read his man perfectly, Marv.
Lays it home. Advances up court. Swatted by Wallace.
He read the other player perfectly and got the rejection.
That was a spectacular defensive play. Wallace charged with the offensive foul, his first personal. Duncan being guarded closely, can't find the hole. From down low, he collects the miss. Gets 2 with the finger roll. He sets up on the right. Bowen gives him no room. The perimeter shot is off the mark. He didn't get the block, but prevented the basket anyway.
That's just good hustle to narrow the gap between himself and the shooter. He made it difficult for the shooter to shoot his normal shot, and that threw him off.
Setting it up on the left. Prince with the jumper, misses the 2.
They need to focus on getting the ball to their star players and giving them room to maneuver.
That's his first personal. Team foul, number 1. To the line.
Wallace shooting foul, and it'll be charged to Muhammad. First shot is good. He comes up with it. Prince is not buying. We're seeing some passing by San Antonio. Wallace is all over his man. Shot clock's at 5. 3 to shoot. Duncan had a rush. The delivery by Parker.
He's serving it up out there. He anticipated the defense to key in on him and found his teammate for the assist.
Hits it for three.
Here's that play one more time.
For three.
Parker on the pull-up. The Spurs have a 6-point lead. Billups bringing it up court. Ten to put it up. Four on the clock. The two's no good.
That's another miss from in close. Poor shooting continues to plague this team, Marv.
The strong finish by the player out of Argentina.
Marv, Manu Ginobili is one of those rare players who has the size at 6'6" and the athletic ability to knife into the lane. He's fearless when he attacks the rim, and we've seen him throw down some pretty impressive dunks.
Prince is met by Bowen. Comes up empty.
Ginobili extended himself there to force him into the difficult shot.
Wallace with the strip. Billups from in close. Hits the finger roll. They were too slow to react in transition.
I agree, Mark. They could have done a better job defensively.
Ginobili advances the ball. He leaves his feet with the shot. Counted for two. Converts even with the defender coming.
That is a tougher shot than it seems. Oftentimes when a man is running at you, you're worried about the contact. You're rushing your shot. A lot of things go through your head. He didn't let any of that distract him.
Tight defense by McDyess. 2 points from Indicate. Hamilton at the rim.
Mark, let's watch that one again.
Number 13, Nazir Mohammed.
Mohammed with the foul. That's his second personal, second team foul. It's good. Hamilton sinks them both. And enters the game for the first time tonight for the Pistons. The Spurs taking their time and getting that extra touch. Only 5 to get a shot off. Duncan with the block.
He stayed with his man and read the play perfectly. Great block.
Able to finger roll.
Bruce Bowen.
Billups handling. The fadeaway's no good. The attempt from downtown missed after the solid defensive play by Parker.
Into the game for Detroit, number 10, Lindsey Hunter.
Ten on the shot clock. Defended hard by Ori. Nails the fadeaway.
Ham able to avoid the block. Drain that shot. What a play.
From the low block. Yes!
Ginobili is doing a nice job of finding the open player for the assist.
Arroyo with the ball. Four left on the clock. Hunter with the notion to fire. It doesn't go. He had to get rid of it. Hunter challenges the shot. Can't get it to drop. The shot.
Lindsey Hunter for two.
San Antonio wants time.
San Antonio.
Bowen taking a look from the right side.
Pistons foul to number 24, Antonio McDyess.
Horry is fouled on the shot and heads to the line to shoot two. Good on the first. Two for two. Arroyo sets it up on the right side.
Remaining in the first quarter.
Hits for two. Gets it to fall from the perimeter. Arroyo advances the ball. The Spurs are playing tight defense. Misses from the post. San Antonio is making a nice effort right now to keep the other team off the glass. The Spurs have built up a sizable lead and have been on fire early on.
They've been very effective on the offensive end and have set the tone early.
Can't hit for two.
Ginobili used his size to take away the clean look and forced him into that miss.
Puts it up from the perimeter. Horry being played by hand. The three doesn't go. Wallace tees it up. Misses the two. From in close.
To number 5.
Let's see that again from a different angle.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Wallace is fouled on the shot, and he is sent to the line. First one's no good. Wallace comes away empty. Finger rolls good.
Antonio McDyess.
Shot clock's at 5. 14 left to play in the quarter. Ginobili with the prayer. Can't hit from downtown. McDyess with a tremendous effort to challenge the shooter.
That was a very strong defensive stand, forcing him to throw it up, trying to avoid the 24-second violation.
Well, as the first quarter draws to a close, the Spurs lead by 11. To put it up. With the pull-up, the two's no good. Horry played solid defense down low and forced the opposition into a tough shot.
Oh, nice steal. Played him tight and came up with the ball.
Hamilton with the facial.
The Spurs are allowing the other team to climb back into this game and have cooled off considerably from the field.
He doesn't bite on the fake. Guarded closely by Wallace. 3-second violation is called on the Spurs.
Into the game.
Solid interior defense caused the 3-second violation to occur.
Prince pulling up from downtown. No good from three-point land.
Ori needed a much better pass to complete the alley-oop. That was clearly not the result they were looking for.
Barry with the nice defensive play.
The quick hands to strip the ball and run it back the other way.
Barry.
Billups with it on the right side. Ten seconds remaining on the shot clock. 4 to shoot. Down to 3. Wallace has to fire. No good. He had to beat the clock. Muhammad able to gather in that miss.
Once he establishes his position, it's tough for guys to try to get an advantage on him.
They are sharing the ball on the offensive end. He doesn't go for the fake. Here's Ori. Counted for 2.
The Spurs are encountering only passive resistance at the offensive end of the floor.
Muhammad didn't bite on that one. Off the mark.
San Antonio continues to do a very good job of crashing the boards at the defensive end.
He doesn't bite on the fake. Only 5 to get a shot off. Has to shoot. Can't hit for 2.
Hamilton playing some standout defense there. He knew the shot clock was ticking down, and he didn't let him get a good look, forcing the missed shot.
Hamilton has been very well positioned defensively.
He's disrupting shots and making it difficult for the other team to score.
Defensive
From the post. Wallace, his hit on the shot and will head to the line to shoot 2.
Into the game.
He gets it to fall.
Number 21, Tim Duncan.
He makes the
Number
move.
20, Bruce Bowen.
The Pistons playing airtight defense.
Defensive foul. To
Drills
number
it
36,
in the foul.
Rasheed
A great
Wallace.
display of concentration to get that shot to fall, and a chance now for him to convert the three-point play.
The coach has to be happy with how this game is going. They're in front by a comfortable margin.
A little background for you, Mark. Greg Popovich graduated from the U.S. Air Force Academy and was a star player on the basketball team for 4 seasons. He later returned there and spent 6 years as an assistant coach.
Muhammad takes it away.
The Spurs are playing with a lot of energy at the defensive end.
The pressure has made things very difficult for the other.
Take it away. Quick hands picking his pocket.
He changes direction. He elevates.
San Antonio foul.
It is
to number
good
21,
and the foul.
Tim
What an effort, Mark. The contact, and he still drained it.
to the line for 1. Chauncey Billups.
Billups comes away with a three-point play. Milicic is now checking in for the Pistons. They work it around trying to find the open shot. Clock's at 4. Duncan with 2 left. It doesn't go. that time. Incan Husky at the line.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooters, Marv, shooting it better than 85% from the line in the regular season.
Hamilton gets them both. Parker lets it go. Misses the tip. Can't get the tip in. Misses the tip in. Advances up court. The dish off by Hamilton.
The Spurs are holding on to their lead, but the other team is mounting a charge.
Both teams have had their moments thus far. He sets up on the left side. The Pistons are stifling their opponents tonight. From the paint, 10 seconds to get a shot off. Their inside game has been productive tonight. They've scored a lot of points from the interior.
They've been patient, and they've been looking for opportunities to either work the ball down low or get to the basket for those high percentage shots. Some nice play out there so far.
Sent back by Duncan. Flushes it down. The Spurs have withstood the comeback attempt and have restored a comfortable lead. Pulling up, doesn't get the long two. He bothered the shooter enough to force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense by Parker, picked off by Phillips.
He played them that time. He made them think the pass was there and then took it away. Nice steal.
Phillips with the helper. On the mark with the turnaround. Setting it up on the right. Sinks the jumper.
Hamilton gets the bucket with the defense right in his face. What a shot.
Parker with the jump shot. Can't get it to go from up top. Loose ball out of bounds. Arroyo checks into the action off the bench for the Pistons. Gets to it from behind.
Duncan with the big-time rejection.
He's making a statement defensively, Zahn. That was quite a block.
Antonio McDyess.
Nicely done by Arroyo. Lays it home.
No one on the other team got back to offer much resistance that time. They had the numbers, and they took full advantage of it.
Parker working the post. Comes up empty.
The quick hands and the steal. Good defense to cause that turnover.
Finger rolls it for two.
The Spurs are executing on offense and could be back up by double digits very soon.
They're looking very crisp here.
Into the game.
Bowen checks back into the game for the Spurs. Completely handcuffed by Duncan. 10 on the shot clock. Shot clock showing 4. Ham has to hurry. Down to 1. It's no good. He had to throw it up. Hunter commits the foul, his first.
Number 10, Lindsey Hunter. That's his first personal. Team foul, number 2.
Ginobili clutch to 5.
Ginobili for 3.
Able to hit from downtown.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
They continue to throw bad passes that result in turnovers.
It's tough to win games when you don't take care of the basketball.
The three is off the mark.
Arroyo stayed with his man and forced him into a tough three.
It's important not to give up easy looks from outside. Shot clock is down to 5. McDyess elevates and shoots. Another rebound for the one-time Demon Deacon.
Marv, it's incredible what he's been able to accomplish, considering he got a late start with basketball. There isn't a big man in the league with better footwork than Tim Duncan.
Bowen with the nice steal.
His man exposed the ball, trying to set up for the first step, and he stripped him of it with his quick hands.
Arroyo with the ball. Ball's passed around by the Pistons. Ginobili with the sound defense.
The nice steal. Used his quickness to come away with the ball.
Pistons foul to number 24, Antonio McDyess.
Duncan draws the foul and goes to the line for 2. It drops. He hits both. Billups returns to the floor for the Pistons.
Number 1, Chauncey Billups.
Puts it up from downtown. No good from three-point line. 11 seconds to go in this quarter. Tim Duncan, the strong finish. Parker comes up with it.
A nice steal there. Good hands by the defender.
So the second quarter comes to a close. The Spurs lead by 18.
They're in complete control of this game and will be very tough to beat.
It's difficult to imagine the other team making a serious run. Here are the key players at the half. The Pistons passing the ball around the court. And it's good. He was able to hit with a man in his face. A nice shot by Hamilton. Ginobili rises up. The two's no good. From the perimeter, the Spurs have a 19-point lead. Rasheed Wallace, the spectacular dunk. Ginobili bringing it up court. Hamilton practically hugging his man defensively. Ginobili with a nice look. Brings it up court. Prince bothered by Bowen. Brings it from downtown. The feed by Parker.
He's showing us that he's not a selfish player. If you put yourself in a position to score, he'll find you with the assist.
Wallace with the shot.
To number 21, Tim Duncan.
with the foul. That's his second personal, first team foul. Muhammad with it. Setting it up. Hamilton with the rejection.
That was an outstanding block. He definitely has his moments on defense.
Ginobili, played by Prince. Clock's at 4. Parker down to 2. Can't hit the turnaround.
Phillips able to force the shooter into a bad shot with the shot clock winding down.
Blocked from behind. Out of bounds. The officials say it's last touched by the Spurs. Duncan sends it away. Nobody able to come up with that loose ball. Batted away by Bowen. Phillips, 4 ticks left. Gets it to go with the clock winding down. Wallace with a tight-fisted defensive stand. The loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Pistons. They nearly turned it over. That was not a smart pass.
They need to make sure the intended receiver is clearly open.
Ginobili tries the jump, tips it in for 2. Great timing on that play. He takes it inside, gets 2 with the finger roll.
That was an example of poor defensive communication. There was no help to be found after the defender got beat.
Fires from downtown. Misfires from 3. The ball being worked around by Detroit. Phillips surrounded. Finger rolls it out.
Ginobili is not allowing anything easy down low.
He did an outstanding job pressuring the ball. Shot clock's at 5. The 2's no good. Seconds showing on the shot clock. Only 5 to get a shot off. Prince with some body English to try and get it to fall, but it's no good. Too much contact.
Muhammad made a nice move to get open for the alley-oop, but couldn't put it down.
Ginobili right up on his man. Wallace stepped on the line.
San Antonio ball.
Elevates, sinks it from the post area. Phillips from point-blank range.
The isolation play was executed to perfection. Great job finishing the play.
Advances up court. Bowen from down low, can't hit for 2. Phillips handling. Bowen comes up with it.
And they run it back up court. A nice defensive stop that time, using his quick hands to get the steal.
setting it up on the left. Billups releasing. Yes!
Chauncey Billups.
Shoots from downtown. The three is off the mark. Billups advances the ball. With the jumper, misses the two.
Ori was able to contest that shot and force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense from him right now.
Duncan moving inside, comes up empty.
Defensive foul.
Wallace with the jumper. Wallace is fouled, and he's being sent to the line.
Team foul.
Makes the first. Wallace makes both free throws.
Into the game for the Pistons. Number 10, Lindsey Hunter.
Ben Wallace showing us what he does best.
The ability of Ben Wallace to get rebounds and block shots is a great example of not needing to be a scorer to be an...
Oh, a great rejection. Tim Duncan.
Defensive foul.
The basket's good, and he'll try to complete the three-point play at the line.
Team foul. Number 3.
The Pistons able to take advantage of the three-point play.
Nazi Mohammed into the game for the Detroit Pistons. Number 8, Darvin Ham.
Ham swats it away. Bowen with a nice block. The defender playing back off his man. Four left on the clock.
Rasheed
Puts
Wallace.
down the one-hander. Rasheed Wallace. Ginobili sets it up near the middle. Misses the hook shot. Brings in another rebound. The two's no good.
We expect him to produce much more consistently on the offensive end of the floor. Very tough for this team to build any momentum right now.
Rattles it home.
Into the game.
Duncan made a nice move to score the bucket. He's dangerous when he gets the ball down low.
The Spurs make a change with the momentum clearly in their favor. And looking to hit. The two's no good. He grabs the rebound. Brown with the ball. Campbell sends it back. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. He doesn't go for the fake. The Spurs pass it around looking for a hole in the defense. Shot clock is down to 5. Duncan goes to the back down. Drops 2 in from close range. The Spurs have kept up the strong play of the second half, looking very impressive.
They've been overpowering on offense. The other team can only hope they cool off.
Rejected by Muhammad. Loose ball, last touch by the Spurs. He tees it up, counted for two.
Lindsey Hunter.
Brown had a hurry. The three doesn't go.
Barry signaling for a post-up play. He wants to pass the ball inside.
From down low,
Tim Duncan.
so after three, the Spurs lead by 12. Phillips doesn't take the fake. 10 to put it up.
They gambled on that play and it did not pay off. It takes a perfect pass to complete an alley-oop.
Ori with the foul. That's his fifth personal, first team foul. Wallace gets one of two. Patience being shown by the Spurs.
Wallace spikes the pass. You need to be aware of where he is when you throw that pass. He plays the passing lanes pretty well. He'll create some turnovers if you aren't careful.
With the penetration. One hands it. Chauncey Billups. We have a whistle and a timeout is called by the Spurs. Duncan re-enters the game for the Spurs.
Tim Duncan.
Wallace is fouled by Ginobili.
Offensive foul to number 20, Manu Ginobili.
Sets it up. Prince tees it up, misses the two.
Duncan is doing a stellar job rebounding the basketball. He's playing with energy and crashing the boards on every possession.
No good from the top of the circle. Oh, the gorgeous move by Hamilton. Parker with the penetration. Hits the finger roll.
The Spurs continue to make big baskets and look to be in good shape heading into the final stretch.
Advances up court.
They're trying to use a double team to shut down the offense.
Brings it up court. Blocked from behind. Ben Wallace.
Spurs
Out of bounds on the loose ball. The three is off. Misses the tip-in. the basket. No good on the finger roll. He is doing a fantastic job on the defensive end, Czar.
He hasn't shied away from the physical play, and he's been able, the quick hand, timed that swipe perfectly and took it away from him.
Phillips out of the crowd, drills it, and he's fouled.
The Spurs have seen their lead dwindle, but remain ahead as we head into the crucial fourth quarter stretch.
The Pistons open this final quarter trailing, and they have responded. They've narrowed the gap to 7. Duncan with the notion to fire. Duncan was hit on the attempt and is sent to the line. It's good. Duncan sinks them both. Controlled around the key. Wallace at the basket.
Defensive foul to number 21, Tim Duncan.
Wallace is fouled on the shot, and he is sent to the line. Misses his first. He hits 1 of 2 from the line. Ginobili bringing it up court. He sets up on the right. Duncan with the jump shot. The assist by Ginobili. The Spurs have been able to elude the defensive pressure and still hold the lead in the fourth quarter.
No signs of let-up in the fourth quarter.
Phillips picked up by Parker. Three on the clock. 2 to shoot. Can't get it to go. He had to rush it. Well, they continue to dominate the defensive glass.
This aspect of the game has been very solid today.
Here's Barry. He had difficulty getting a good look. The defender played that pretty well.
He was right up on him, put a hand in his face, and forced the adjustment. Anytime a shooter adjusts mid-rhythm, the chances of him hitting it go way down.
Parker lets it go. No good from the left of the circle. They are able to come up with the rebound.
The defense did a great job of getting the position on that shot.
Ten seconds to get a shot off. Can't hit for 2.
Missing shots from inside is hurting this team's chances of evening the score. They're lucky it's still close.
Duncan fakes him into the air, throws it down. Tim Duncan.
The Spurs just need to avoid a defensive meltdown, and they'll finish this game on top.
Taken away by Duncan. Barry setting it up.
Defensive foul to number 36, Rasheed
Muhammad
Wallace.
is fouled and it'll be charged to Wallace.
Personal team foul number 2.
First shot is good.
The Spurs are back in control of this game. Credit the pressure defense for holding off the charge.
Muhammad gets them both. Hamilton is whistled for stepping on the line. Wallace stays on his feet. Intercepted by Prince. He sets up on the left side. Hamilton tries for the angle. Out off the ricochet. Ori, closely guarded, sends it back. Rasheed Wallace. The pass goes out of bounds.
Not a good pass at all there.
10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Prince on the pull-up. It's good, but the clock winding down. Parker advances the ball. He crosses over. Finger rolls, good.
Tony Parker.
Timeout is called, and it's taken by Detroit. The mark with the turnaround. He's able to grab hold of the ball.
He's immovable in there once he establishes his position. He's so strong and so tough to get around. Wallace is very close to fouling out of this game.
The other team is going to be going at him on the offensive end. Ori able to hit from the line. He makes them both.
Into the game.
The Pistons losing the battle out on the court, looking to adjust their line. Loose ball, out of bounds. Wallace heading back in for the Pistons.
Number 3, Ben Wallace.
Parker defended by Phillips. Ori elevates and shoots. Ginobili with the setup. Phillips handling. Knocked away by Barry. Phillips with no room to breathe.
In the fourth quarter.
Ginobili with a spin move. Ten on the shot clock. Ginobili rises up.
He is shooting 40% from the field.
Tries one from the perimeter.
Chauncey
Good for three.
Billups.
The Spurs trying to find the open man. He puts it up. It's good with one on the clock.
The Spurs are looking to put this team away with a final spurt.
It's been an exceptional performance here in the fourth quarter. Billups with the ball. Misfires from three.
Duncan has continued to be very effective rebounding the basketball at the defensive end. An impressive effort.
Only 5 left on the shot clock. Ginobili, clock showing 2, tips off the mark. He grabs the missed shot and looks to keep the possession going.
He continues to make his presence felt on the boards at both ends.
Shot clock is down to 5. Down to 2. Can't get the 3 from downtown.
The Spurs pounding the offensive glass and looking very active right now.
There's the final buzzer. The Spurs have won the NBA title in dramatic fashion.
They deserve to be champs, Marv. This is an excellent team.
Here is tonight's player of the game. Here are the stats for tonight's game.